Hey guys, it's probably going to be a two-part um, episode. Yeah, it definitely will be. So we're going to do one flight to Yellowstone from Idaho Falls, and then we'll change aircraft, which would be part two, which I'll have to edit the videos to make it one video to make this work. I'm not going to be able to do both flights in one day, so I'm going to break this up. So today we're going to go to Yellowstone, and then tomorrow, although it will be the same video for you guys, we'll pick up the Kodiak and we'll go explore Yellowstone Park and go check out the geyser, which is Old Faithful, I think it's called. Yeah. So first things first, come over here. It was IMC or marginal VFR. Looks like it's getting a little bit better, but we'll have to see how the weather is when we get there. We're going to do VFR flight following initially. Might have to pick up an IFR clearance to pick up this RNAV GPS, which even that has 600 AGL and this is 1800 AGL. So you might have to do the RNAV approach in there, considering the winds are favoring 1.6 and this is 1.9. Or is that 1.9? Yeah, it's 1.9. So if that's the case, we're gonna have to go out a little bit further. This would be about, this is 15 miles to here. That's the final approach fix. So this is like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It's more like a 20-mile flight out there. So hopefully we won't need to do that. Right now we might have to. I'm just going to do this for fuel. So 942, let's say 140 gallons times 6.5 is 910. So 150 times 6.5 is 975. So we'll do 75 per wing, which is 150 gallons total. ATIS 135, 32, and 18.5 is going to be our CTAF for Idaho Falls. I don't need to follow anything. All right, we'll pick up flight following. We'll go from there. We'll see what happens. All right, all that's fine. All that's fine. That looks good. Close that door. Hop in here. Close this one. Fuel's on the left. We know the fuel's even. I just loaded it. Let me see. Throttle is down there, I think. And add our little ground power unit.
Aural warning, okay.
TOS system test, okay.
All right. Sorry, allergies are pretty bad right now for some reason. I thought it was spring. You're supposed to get allergies, not the fall. All right, I'll do pulse light. Adding fuel. Starter ignition, all that's good. $25 within 20, 25, I mean 25 within 30, and we need 53 within 60 or something like that. Yeah, we're good there, no problem. Do inert separator. Oil pressure is all good. That's fine. Auto shift works. Move to flight idle. Main gen. Standby. Main gen. Good. Reset. Feels good. Okay. Turn on bleed, pressure, and environment. Turn off the pulse light. Turn oxygen on both. Alright, we are going to WYS. Enter. So the initial approach fix is Jiggly. Yes. Minimums is 600. Should be 7184. We'll just say 7190. Load that in there. Okay, let's get our ATIS, which is 135.32.
Idaho Falls Regal Information Kilo. 1800 Zulu weather. Wind 350 at 5, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 2.3. Altimeter 3022. Arriving runways 0235, departing runways 2017. Advise on initial contact you have Kilo. Idaho Falls Regal Information Kilo. 1800 Zulu weather. Wind 250 at 7, visibility more than 10.
Alright, looking at 3020. Elevation 4738. So we're right on the money as far as altimeter is concerned. Got to be within 70 feet of actual elevation with a proper altimeter setting. Okay, so we're gonna go, let me see, Idaho Falls 1385. mode. Charlie. Towers 18. 5. And Idaho Falls. Approach. Say ILS 21. That uses Salt Lake Center on 2835. So I can pick that up. Altitude. We'll go up to 11.5. All right, so we're going to take off on 2-1. So that's 206. Set flaps. Transponder is on. CAS is all normal. Do taxi light. Middle bottom button is taxi range or beta mode, whatever you want to call it. Get rid of the chocks here. Nice King Air 350 right there. You got left control, right control, it's all good. Saw on the Just Flight forums or a post on Facebook or somewhere that they're going to be coming out with a TBM 850 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I'm actually really looking forward to that because it's like a mimic of that YouTuber's 850 TBM that he flies or used to fly. I guess he's moving on to a new job because I guess the company that he works for sold that TBM. So it's kind of sad, but just in the nick of time, Just Flight came out with a replica of it. So that should be out hopefully by the holidays. Looking forward to picking that up. Looks like it's a pretty good list of features, including a lot of failures and such. So it should be fun. Idaho Falls traffic, TBM 139, taxiing to runway 21 via Alpha, Idaho Falls. The runways are annotated wrong on this scenery. The numbers are wrong. When I bought this scenery, the numbers were correct, but over time, runway numbers change to match up with magnetic north, which every year magnetic north shifts a little bit. And runways have to be within a certain degree of magnetic north, I believe. So because of that, I can't remember what the number is, like 5 or 6 degrees of whatever the magnetic display is. That's what your runway number is. So it's now 21. So if I remember correctly, which should be up here, it used to be runway 20. So north has actually kind of shifted to the right. Magnetic had shifted to the right, which made it 21 instead of 20. So yeah, they changed runway. That's another reason you want a current Eric, because it will have current runway information and approach information, and will have the ILS, not just frequencies, but it will have like the ILS course, which does change with the magnetic north. So yeah, for all those reasons, you want to keep those up to date. Yep, 20. All right, feather works. Do 6 and 7 for strobes. Do 3 and 4 for pitos, stall warning and all that fancy stuff. Cast messages, inert separator, that's fine. I'm going to rotate it about 95 knots. And we're going to switch to VOR mode right now. Actually, we'll leave it there, that's fine. Idaho Falls traffic, TBM 139 taking off runway 21 for a right downwind departure, Idaho Falls traffic. All right, guys, let's do this. Trims are good. Not only is Just Flight coming out with a TBM, I guess Hot Start, that makes this TBM, will be putting out an update soon. I heard he's working on it. I'm also thinking about getting Hot Start's Challenger 650. Probably over the holidays, like Black Friday. Um, gears up. Yell damper on. And let's do IAS mode for 130. Open up the inert separator now. And we are 3 miles. I want to get north of that. 2.5 pulse light. Actually, we'll leave the pulse on for right now. Actually, we're above 10,000. That's fine. Oops. That's why I turned on the timer. There's another plane I don't fly that much. For that reason alone, I did the timer. I know it takes about 45 seconds for it to get all situated there. So I'm going to switch to Salt Lake City Center. And we are about 4 miles north. Cheat real fast to see if I'm showing up online. So I should be. Let me see here. $28.35. Yep. Afternoon, Salt Lake City Center, November 1399, VFR about 5 miles north of Idaho Falls, VOR at 11,500. Request flight following to West Yellowstone Airport, that's Whiskey Yankee Sierra. Intended cruise 15,500, type TBM 900 slant off.
TBM 1399, Salt Lake Center, squawk 6475, I done.
6475, 1399. 6475. And ident.
1399, radar contact position is reported, Idaho Falls, altimeter 3020, maintain VFR.
3020, maintain VFR 1399. Do 200. Bleed off speed. 3020. Never noticed those before. Wonder if those are man-made? Like it's a landfill or something? Add in some torque as we climb here. Hit GPS and just straight shot, I guess. See what the weather looks like when we get there. Alright. I was trying to find the button I wanted there. Alright, we're at 15.5. Three, 2, 5, 4. Where the heck is it? Alright, 6 and 0. 6 is like GoPro view. Yellowstone is 6.6, so say 7.6, so say 8,000 feet. Top of descent, 7 minutes. Got the traffic, which is on, yeah, it's on normal. We also have weather radar. This plane is awesome in VR, by the way. I don't have VR right now, but I used to, and this is one of my favorite VR planes for sure. Yeah, looks like the Yellowstone is clearing up a little bit, so that's good. I said WYS. Altimeter is also 3020 at Yellowstone. Take out our coffee cup. And looking at, let's see here. Yeah, that's down. One, two, three is CTAF. 2, 3, that's fine. I think we'll be all right. Should be able to. I'll redo the clouds, redraw the clouds when I get a little bit closer. Might have to break the VFR cloud rules a smidgen, but it's a sim, so kind of get away with that. I might have enough time to.
1399, contact Salt Lake Center 133.4.
Salt Lake Center 133.4, TBM 1399. All right, 133.4. Switch that over. Salt Lake City Center, TBM 1399, 15,500.
1399, Salt Lake Center, West Yellowstone, altimeter 3020.
3020, 1399. Okay. So, got 1 minute. I said it was like 8,000, so we'll bring this down to 8.
Vertical track.
And we'll arm VNav. And that shall guide us on down accordingly. .1. All right, let's try 22.
Kilo Whiskey Yankee Sierra Airport information India 1920 Zulu weather wind 210 at 16 gusting to 22 visibility 10 sky condition 2000 scattered temperature 8 dew point 3 altimeter 3020 advise on initial contact you have information India Kilo Whiskey Yankee Sierra Airport information India 1920 Zulu weather wind 210 at 16 gusting to 22 visibility 10 sky condition 2000 scattered temperature 8 dew point 3 altimeter 3020 advise on initial.
All right, definitely a little gusty, but that's all right. We'll be all right. Have to play zigzag in these clouds here. Get a little bit closer and we'll reload them. Landing field elevation 6644, that's right. Gun pressure and all that's good, feels even. Thought this would take longer. I thought I was gonna have to do like an IFR thing, but I think we're gonna be all right. Switch to heading there. See if we can dive between some clouds here. Make sure the clouds match as much as possible. Kind of messed up the hole, but let me see. We can probably cut through this way.
Radar services terminated. Squawk maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. No traffic observation unit yet. West Yellowstone.
Appreciate it. Squawk can maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. TBM 1399. We'll see you.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Switch to that. We'll go transponder, VFR. So now we're on CTAF. Getting underneath these clouds, so we're all legal. Turn on inert separator. Turn on our lights, pulse lights and all that to be very visible. I try to make it somewhat realistic, but these clouds are kind of like sketchy as far as abiding by the rules. I think you have to be, what, 500 feet below, 1,000 above, or do I have that backwards? I can't remember. I hardly ever fly VFR and follow the rules exactly. Eventually I'll get to do it in the real world, and naturally then I'll be paying a little bit more attention to it. Alright, so this place is called Yellowstone. Traffic, that's fine. Yellowstone traffic, TBM 139 from the south at 8,000 feet. Be entering left downwind for runway 19er Yellowstone traffic. So we'll land here, and then I'm going to get rid of the real world weather. We'll switch into the Kodiak, and we'll go check out the what do you call it? The geyser.
Vertical track.
The scenery comes with like 3D trees or something like that. Forests, I mean. You gotta have the forests in the scenery INI file. That has to be above the airport, otherwise it won't show up, right? So always make sure you have forests, then the airport, and then his library somewhere in custom scenery, and then the mesh and overlay would be at the very bottom. And the scenery has its own plugins, which I have found if I fly into the scenery, you have to reload the scenery from scratch. If you load from here and you fly around, you should be fine, as you will see, but otherwise not so much. So I'm kind of planning my base turn to be right about here, and then this will be my final, roughly. Lower the gear. Yellowstone traffic, TBM 139, turning left base, runway 19er, Yellowstone traffic. Yep. Yellowstone traffic, TBM 139, turning final, runway 19er, full stop, Yellowstone traffic. Okay, worked out A-okay. Should have gone out a little bit more, it was a little bit too tight of a turn, but you don't really know those things unless you fly something quite often, and this is a plane I don't fly that much. I do see myself flying the Just Flight TBM 850 a lot more because that's kind of more old school. I'm not a huge fan of the G1000 glass. I like the 850 that that YouTuber had in his airplane.
Minimum. 500.
Okay. Yellowstone traffic, TBM 139, short final, runway 19er, Yellowstone traffic. There's no need to rush because you got plenty of runway. See, the plug-in is loaded because I could hear the bird chirping, but that doesn't always mean that the always forget about that.
Airspeed.
Another thing, I hope the Just Flight TBM, I hope it has a little easier time landing. This thing would just, like, as soon as you get close to the ground, it just like pulls you down. But otherwise, it's great systems in this plane. I'm not complaining about the plane. I really like the plane. I'm probably gonna buy the developer's Challenger 650. I'm gonna probably wait till Black Friday to get a good deal on it, but that's my plan. Yellowstone traffic, TBM 139, exited the runway, taxiing to parking, Yellowstone traffic. So we'll turn the strobe, pulse light off, turn off stall pitot. Flaps are up. Trim is set. Guess I could have used this thing to help land, but it's all right. You have to have regular flight idle for about 2 minutes. Okay. Turn off the taxi light. See what the environment is showing in here. Nice 22.4 Celsius, so it's like 70 something. Don't have to worry about the generator, so we'll do autopilot off, fuel selector off. We're close enough to 30 seconds, so we'll do fuel cutoff. Aux BP should kick in, which it did. So we'll turn that off. Turn off the nav light. Turn off the panel there. That's not cooperating, so there we go.
Disconnected.
And I think I do have just enough time to do this flight in the Kodiak, so I'm going to pause the recording, reload in the next airplane. So see you in a second. All right, we are back with the Kodiak. So let's see if I can do this in 30 minutes. I should be able to. Let's first get rid of these tie downs and covers. Open up that door for right now. And the weight and balance is center, so we're fine there. Gonna have fuel. Battery on. I'll throw on the nav light, beacon. Aux BP. Prop area is clear. Get some RPMs going to this prop. Okay, I guess we'll cut between these guys. I'm gonna have to land on a road next to the geyser, Old Faithful. This would be good if I knew how to fly a helicopter, but I figure I'll just use a bush plane and we'll land somewhere near it. I'm not online, so I won't be talking to anyone in CTAF, or I won't be doing flight following or anything like that. I am still using real world weather, so we'll see how that works out as far as clouds are concerned and winds. dropping all stuff here. All right, here we go. Wind is for the
Sam,
most part.
an exception was caught. Some functionalities may not work correctly. This incident has been recorded in the log file. The exception is expected to match an opening.
I'm going to pause the recording until we get a little bit closer. I won't bore you with this part. I'll show you this though. Like this scenery, that the Yellowstone scenery from C-Coder, X-Coder, or something like that. It's on the X-Plane store, I believe. So all the like pretty much the entire Yellowstone National Park comes with the scenery. So you get the airport naturally, but you also get all of this other stuff. So you got these hot springs, which has steam coming out of them. That's one thing that would not show up if I had just flown straight here from Idaho Falls to Yellowstone and then to here. I have found that you have to reload the sim from scratch at Yellowstone in order to get all these things to work properly. And Old Faithful is over here. Looks like I got lucky with the clouds. The wind is kind of crazy, but actually it's calmed down in here. It was 11 knots at the other place, but it doesn't seem to be as bad here. It's also a huge performance hit, so I don't have this loaded unless I'm actually doing this flight. Getting 26 FPS with a Kodiak, which I should be getting around 60. Maybe not 60, but a lot more than 27 with this aircraft. All right, here's Old Faithful. Guess I'll see if I can land on this road here. Normally you would not be doing this much bank a turn, but it's okay. Trying to eyeball my path to that road that I want to attempt to land at. See how this goes. It's like we're back up to 12 knots down here. 17 knots, pretty much going this way though. I mean, we're flying into the wind, so that's what matters. Sounds like the plugin's working. So if you hear the birds chirping, then you know the plugin's working. The scenery plugin. All right. So I'm going to be taking out some trees here, but it's all right. You should have put in like a landing field or something, like a bush landing field. That would have been pretty cool. Saw some cows. Well, I'll take it. Any landing you can walk away from is a good landing. Any landing that you can reuse the airplane is any landing you can walk away from is a great landing. Any airplane that you can reuse is a good landing. All right, so we want let's do 130. I think I was at the wrong Yeah, I was at the wrong one. So you got people walking. This is the hotel, I guess. Takes about 2 minutes from the 1:30 time frame. It's funny that there was some buffalo over there that I almost clipped. All right, one more minute and we should start seeing Old Faithful. There we go. I like how he has the steam coming out. It's pretty cool. So I use pretty much any day in the month of September, and I use 1:30 as my start time, so 13:30 UTC or Zulu, and then at 13:32, so 2 minutes after that is when it should start. So I'm up to 2 minutes and 15 seconds now. It's already started. You'll hear a sound once it gets going. But that bird chirping noise, that will let you know if the water fountain will work. If you don't hear the bird chirping, and if you don't see the people walking around, then you're not going to see the fountain. Even if you have the time right. Only lasts for like 2 to 3 minutes. All right. That, my friends, was it for Old Faithful. And then as the time progresses, like this will occur every few hours. I can't remember what the time is. So in between, you'll start to see these people disappear. So there'll only be like maybe a couple people walking, after a while, but gradually you'll see if you sit here long enough, these people will literally just disappear. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe. If you do subscribe, which would help the channel get out there to the masses, if you hit the bell, click the bell icon and hit all, then you'll be alerted when I upload a new video, uh, which is like twice a week usually. All right. Y'all take care. See you next time. Chase out.